After that, guys, we go into the main card of UFC Fight Night, Reyes versus Prochazka, with Poliana, Botelho, and Luana, Carolina. The odds for this fight are pretty close, minus 220 and then plus 165. Poliana, Botelho, I've watched a lot of film on this girl. She's a beast, man. 8 wins and 3 losses, 6 knockout wins, and 2 decision wins. She's an absolute beast. I mean, inside of the UFC, decision win over Lauren Moeller, knockout win over Cherie Kondo, who was undefeated at the time, in literally 33 seconds. Absolutely insane. And then outside of the UFC, every single one of the wins coming by knockout. I mean, she's just an absolute beast. Only lost inside the UFC to Gillian Robertson and then Cynthia Calvillo by submission and a unanimous decision. Both fighters being grapplers and wrestlers in Gillian Robertson and Cynthia Calvillo. But in this fight with Luana, Carolina and Poliana, Botelho, both fighters are Muay Thai fighters and striking and kickboxing type of fighters. So I expect this fight will stay on the feet. Luana, Carolina, 6 wins and 2 losses. You look right here, it's 2 knockout wins, 3 decision wins. Out of her losses, 1 submission loss and 1 decision loss. I 100% expect this fight to stay on the feet for the most part and in the clinch a couple of times in the fight. But overall, it's going to be a striking fight 100%. But Poliana, Botelho is a striker, 100%. Crazy knockout power. I mean, 6 knockout wins already. Amazing kickboxing. Really good Muay Thai skills as well. Really good body kicks with 2 of her wins coming by body kick KO, including that win over Cherie Kondo in literally 33 seconds of the very first round. Absolutely insane. A very accurate striker with 55% of her strikes landing inside of the UFC. Really good striking defense as well. Amazing takedown defense of 90% inside the UFC. She's rarely been taken down with that amazing takedown defense. Most of her strikes have actually landed in the clinch. She's very strong and has a lot of power. So right when they exit that clinch, she goes for a big right hand and she lands pretty much every single time. Really good elbows in the clinch as well, and really good knees to the body as well. Amazing Muay Thai, amazing kickboxing, and amazing cardio from Poliana, Botelho, 100%. Even though she normally keeps the fight on the feet, she does have some decent wrestling skills as well, and in my opinion will have a slight advantage in the wrestling and in the clinch in this fight. You look at Luana, Carolina, Muay Thai fighter, 100%. 2-time Brazil and Sao Paulo Muay Thai champion. Obviously very well versed in the Muay Thai game. A blue belt in both BJJ and in Muay Thai. So obviously really good grappling, really good submission skills from the bottom, mainly by guillotine, and then very good Muay Thai skills in the striking game. Her main type of strike is the elbows in the clinch. That is one thing for Poliana, Botelho to kind of look at in the striking game, because her main way, she has a lot of strikes in the clinch. Inside of the UFC, most of her strikes are in the clinch, so it's going to be very dangerous fighting Luana, Carolina, who has devastating elbows that tend to cut her opponents in the clinch. I mean, she has really good elbows in the clinch. She's a very active fighter with 6.3 significant strikes landing every single minute, which is really good. Very good clinch and decent ground and pound as well. So in my opinion, for this fight right here, I think the striking will be very even. The wrestling, in my opinion, will go to Poliana, Botelho. The grappling, the clinch will also be going to Poliana, Botelho. In the striking game, that's going to be really interesting. You look at the height and you look at the reach. Luana, Carolina, a little bit of a reach advantage, but a little bit smaller than Poliana, Botelho. I'm like 2 inches right there, so not really much of a height and a reach advantage for either fighter in the fight. Honestly, I think the odds are a little bit off right here. In my opinion, I would have Poliana, Botelho around minus 180, minus 170, somewhere around that range. You just never know with a girl like Luana, Carolina improving significantly every single time that she goes out there. Her Muay Thai looking better and better. Her clinch work is also looking better and better. So in my opinion, I think this fight will spend a lot of time in the clinch. Both fighters have very good shots in the clinch. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a close one. I don't agree with the odds. Just as I said before, at minus 220, I think it should be minus 170, minus 160. But I'm going to be going with Poliana, Botelho. I think she will have the clinch advantage, the strength advantage, the grappling advantage, the wrestling advantage. Pretty much all the grappling and clinch advantages will go to Poliana, Botelho in the fight. But in the striking game, honestly, it's going to be very even. I honestly don't know. They have very good striking from the both of them. The one that's most likely going to get a knockout would probably be Poliana, Botelho. If Luana, Carolina were to win the fight, she'd keep the fight on the feet for all 3 rounds and play a technical, at range type of striking fight. And Poliana, Botelho, if she were to win the fight, it'd probably be by knockout in the first round or in a 29-28 close unanimous decision win. It's a really close fight in the striking game. But overall, I will be going with Poliana, Botelho. I think she will have the clinch, the wrestling, the strength, everything like that. I think all those advantages will be going to Poliana Botelho, and the striking will be 50-50, very, very even. So overall, with the strength, with the wrestling, with the grappling, everything like that, I will be going with Poliana Botelho to keep the fight very, very even in the striking game and overcome the striking and get the fight in the clinch and wrestle a little bit with Luana Carolina in the fight. So overall, I have Poliana Botelho winning the fight by 29-28 unanimous decision or by first round at TKO. I mean, Poliana Botelho and Luana Carolina are both very, very good strikers, but I will be going Poliana Botelho by unanimous decision.